Hello everyone, Author184 here, also known as Saint Killjoy, and we're joined on the mic with Stu. Say hello, Stu.
Hey guys,
Now, this is Chainsaw Warrior Lords of the Night. Stu, do you have any questions about this title before we jump into it?
1 sec. Okay, there we go. No, it's expansion of the original Chainsaw Warrior, right?
Yeah, well, it's not an expansion per se. It's, like Games Workshop, they have a lot of properties with the board games and the card games and whatnot, and when they released a property, they would also release more than just the initial thing. And so this is basically a card set expansion in addition to the original Chainsaw Warrior set.
Is it a standalone game?
Yeah,
or...
it is standalone. It's its own thing. So it's Games Workshop, hard to hard to like pin it down. Out of the bat, you're asking the hard questions. You ready to say the word? Click create to generate your character's attributes. So let's go into the create thing.
The menu looks good. The setting looks good.
Oh, it looks a lot better than the other one that they did, and they did a good job on that. But yeah, the interface and everything, it looks a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
Time to save the world. Don't know your stun knucks from your CATSs? Even if you've played the game before, we strongly recommend some tutorial help to guide you through your first run. Time to move out, soldier. Yes, please. We'll take the tutorial.
Very good, very good. Instantly helps you.
Yes, no doubt. It was a helpful little thing, too, It wasn't like it popped up after the fact. It was timely.
Yeah.
Unlike that Argus 2 junk.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was awful. I haven't uninstalled it yet because I want to give it another chance, but it was just pissing me off. This is Chainsaw Warriors. Do what now?
No, it had a horrible tutorial.
It had an awful tutorial. I was almost 2 hours into that thing, and I still wasn't out of the tutorial, and I was still reading a massive amount of cutscenes. And it was like, you've got to be joking. Okay, this is Chainsaw Warrior's profile. He has had his skills and abilities generated, reflecting the difficulty level of the game. The information box gives you more detail on this and other game aspects. So his attributes, he's got 18 wounds, 16 venom resistance, 16 radiation resistance. Now, Stu, did you watch me when I was trying to get the achievement for the 100% of the original Chainsaw Warrior? When I streamed that not long ago.
The last achievement was trying to die from poisoning, right?
Yes, that's what that venom resistance right there is.
Yeah.
We did that not too long ago.
Yeah.
Alright, Chainsaw Warrior's wounds reflects his ability to take damage and keep going. Wounds are lost by combat. Okay, I know this, so I know what the resistance are. Melee ranged reflex, yeah. I got that. This is your assigned skill. Use tooltips to find more about its skills. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and just say, if you haven't played Chainsaw Warrior, I would almost recommend this one over that one for this tutorial alone.
Yeah, this is good. They actually highlight what they're talking about.
Yes.
And also they have an info box, so everything that you need to read will be in that same box. So you know what to read. Where to read.
We just did Warhammer 40k Armageddon recently, and they didn't highlight crap in that tutorial. And I broke it repeatedly, and I was so unhappy.
Yeah.
I think
Are they gonna change it because they told them so?
I have no idea. I'm gonna review it at some point, but I've backburnered that because I contacted them and I'm like, man, these iOS ports, and then the guy's like, it's not an iOS port, and I was like, what do you mean it's not an iOS port? It looks like an iOS port, and he's like, no, we're for PC, and I'm just like, what do I say to that? And then he's like, eventually we want to be on the iPad. I was like, okay, so you've set your graphics up for PC and iPad, and iOS, iPad.
Yeah, basically iOS.
Just like, what do you say to that? Because he's like, oh, it's not an iOS device, but an iPad is.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it just, what do you say to that? I mean, I understand. Okay, it's not a mobile device. It's not like a phone mobile device. But
Well, it's mobile enough to carry around. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I don't know. Again, just like I don't know how I'm going to approach that review.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to gladly have that come out after some of the Wii U stuff.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like that they built it with the PC in mind first, and then they're gonna dumb it down for the.
I don't think they're gonna have to dumb it down.
Sounds like that. Oh well, then I guess.
I mean, seriously, what would they have to dumb down, man?
I guess that's it then.
No doubt. Game over. GG. Whereas some of the stuff's locked. It's got similar, but it doesn't have all of the other one. Well, maybe it does, and I'm just not seeing it in the order. But I like this where, okay, you got the equipment points, but now instead of like spending the equipment points on, okay, I want to get everything from the device section. You can't do that now because now you have slots. And that's flippin' awesome. You know, I mean, this just feels so much more like a video game.
Okay, I didn't understand how the game worked in the previous version. So, like in the previous version, if you wanted some item, then you had to roll for it, basically.
It was like, okay, the cards were set out, and you couldn't see what the cards were, and you had to randomly pick cards, but they were in subcategories. So each subcategory was its own thing. Yeah. Well, here it's got an inventory thing. And so it's not like you're just picking from a thing. You're like, okay, well, you know, let's see what my primary gun is. This is how many points it takes. You know, I'm just, I'm kind of stunned. Yeah, I mean, I went in with the expectations that this was just going to be similar to what, you know, we already did. Yeah. And it's actually got so many massive improvements, and it's like, holy cow.
It's totally worth it as a standalone.
Yeah, I'm in shock, to be honest. Okay, the TDD detects the spatial anomalies caused by the warp rift. What this thing was, this was the thing that you had to have so that you could shoot Darkness. Yeah. You know, if you wanted to be able to shoot him easier, anyways. I'm like so, like, oh man, what do I want to get? Those steel gloves do reinforced gauntlets that provide extra damage in close combat. Yeah, why not? I've got one more point to spend. What do I want to spend it on? Let's get the Geiger counter. Okay, so I can detect metal, I can detect heat, and I can detect radiation. And I don't know how great this is going to be for me or how bad. There was no lockpick that I saw. 4 ages before our legend has it that the 4 ages, I didn't read it, I'm so sorry. That last time it was very comic book styled.
Yeah.
And this time it's not. I mean, it's still got that comic book feel, but it's not got the same panel to panel presentation. And then I've decided if anybody wants to read the story, they can just pause it and read it, because...
Yeah. Isn't this better, though?
Yeah, well, this is a lot more detailed. It feels more like a video game. You know, the other one felt like an iOS port. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it was an iOS port. It was a good iOS port. But there was no hiding that it was an iOS port, you know? It was just... It's a mobile device game. Come to Steam.
Yeah.
But this one is feeling a lot more like a video game, like something you would see with PC in mind.
Yeah.
And I mean, I gotta say, I wasn't like, I was feeling kind of iffy about doing the next Chainsaw Warrior because I was just like, man, how much different is it going to be from the first one? You know, I don't know that I want to review it. I just was kind of on the fence about it. But the changes they made are substantial.
Maybe that's why they were insisting that you do review the new one.
Yeah, they were persistent. They were like, please, St. Killjoy, we love you. I was like, okay, I want to be loved. Oh, there's Crocodile. 9, 6, and 1. Enemy. This card is an enemy. Kill it before it kills you. Ranged weapons allow you to engage in ranged combat, or you can charge in and engage the enemy in melee combat. The stats for each are top to bottom. Power, that's the power stat. The offense capability of an enemy, so it's got power 9. Reflex, the agility of the enemy, so it's got 6 reflex. And ability to absorb damage, it's got 1 armor. So that's very detailed, it's very explanatory.
Yeah, like it actually tells you what each of the things do.
Alright, so we're going to choose to fight. There's a button over here that's, okay, view equipment and ability. Look, a tooltip that you hover over it and it stays solid. Warhammer 40k Armageddon. Take note of that. Oh God.
Yeah, it doesn't require much from them, and it makes a world of difference.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think Chainsaw Warrior is going to realize, or Auroch Digital, I should say, they're the ones, the company making this. But the fact that I just played the Warhammer 40k Armageddon tutorial to such disastrous results, I want to do. Oh, look at the dice. They even changed the dice up. And I cut through them like a beast. Moon Cult Fanatic. Venom deals venom damage. A deranged cultist sprints towards you carrying a machete dripping with black venom. 8, 9, and 0. We're gonna fight.
Wow, the die are fancy.
Yeah. I mean, they've done... And the interface... Remember on the other one, it was that big pop-up of select this card. It didn't have the standard interface at the bottom like this one does. Like, you know, everything's done here on the bottom. It doesn't, like, come up over the top and you can still push to press. And oh, man, they've done a lot to this. I've got to say, I'm really impressed. You've walked into a minefield. Roll under your reflex or take d6 damage and risk a random item destroying it. Huh.
Yeah, I like the graphics of where the card breaks up when you defeat the enemy. You didn't have that in the original.
See, I've got a metal detector, but I didn't have an opportunity to detect the metal on that card, so I'm wondering if I did something wrong. So I'm trying to pay a little bit more attention. Oh boy, that's a lot of zombies that all do venom damage. Let's select this one. Chainsaw. And see, he can't roll because he can't bite my, which is kind of nice. It's just auto getting through that.
So he can't attack you at all?
Not if I roll high enough. It's taking my melee plus my chainsaw, plus I took another one to give me extra combat melee. You know, I know what I'm doing because I've played lots of Chainsaw Warrior. Look, even a 2. Yeah, I kind of stacked the deck in my favor a little bit. Just because, I know I want to do melee, so I went melee heavy. And as you can see, it's paying off against the trash mobs. Okay, item. Explosion vest, the only thing.
So what's more important in this game? Would you say melee or your proficiency in shooting?
It depends on how you want to play. I mean, I went with normal mode to start, and so it just gave me some standard stats. I'm assuming that in harder mode, I'd have to roll for them, or maybe it just takes your, okay, you've done this many, you pick this mode, so this is what you get. And then you can get items that can expand upon your capabilities, which I took items that could expand upon. But the reason why we're kind of paused here at a second is I'm pulling up the achievement thing. I just got an achievement called Clumsy.
Yeah.
Okay, encounter 3 traps in a row. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like...
From your stats.
Like this river crossing, does it know if I'm going to fail it before it rolls? You know what I mean? I just wanted to check on the achievements that if it was something involving a fail before I rolled it, I wanted to point that out.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just I ran into 3 traps in a row because I'm unlucky.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate those games where you get the achievement before you actually do the event, whatever that was required.
No doubt. Why would
basically
you do
it means
that?
it was all scripted.
Right.
You're gonna get it.
We don't want scripted. We want a game. We want to play a game, and we want to feel like what we're doing matters, and that it's not just like the CPU just wins just because it's the CPU. I don't like cheaty AI.
Where they make it seem like, it's by chance, but it's not really by chance. It's all scripted.
I feel like I'm not doing something right. I'm gonna open up my backpack next. Oh, there's more of them.
Would you rather have rolled your stat? Or you like the way how they have the stat set up for you?
Well, I'm overpowered, but I mean, I knew what I needed to take and what I needed to do. By rolling the dice, it creates more, randomness, but then again, how many people are going to sit there and keep re-rolling and re-rolling until they get the best stats anyways?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Maybe they were trying to prevent people from doing that, because when you had bad stats, people are just going to re-roll them until they get good ones. So they might as well just give you a standard set of stats that are good to work with.
What I want to find out is I have these items, the metal detector, the heat detector, and the Geiger counter. But I've ran into a mine trap and it didn't go off.
Do you have to manually use it?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It didn't really say, it didn't do a pop-up. And so I'm just trying to be aware of it now because it did happen. So how do we fix it? And I feel like there's something that I'm missing. A momentary pause in the chaos. Take the opportunity to safely use items or reload. Just seeing if I can use. See, there's nothing here that says use. I don't need to reload. And see, having the chainsaw, it gives me 2 extra. Having the steel gloves gives me 1 extra. So that's my bonuses. I'm getting 3 extra on melee combat. And my melee is up here at 10. So I've got 13 points before I roll the dice. I'm hearing echo or something. I don't know.
The music's pretty good too.
Yeah, it's definitely got that Aztec vibe to it.
Yeah, it's very atmospheric.
Yeah, we like atmospheric. Charge. Gonna cut through that like butter, baby. An ancient shrine to an unknown god. defeat the powerful enemy within to receive a blessing or play it safe and continue your mission. We're going to enter. I'm curious. Would you like to know more? Oh, here's something on the side. You have encountered a hidden temple. There will be a large enemy protecting it. However, if you defeat it, you will gain a blessing, a powerful ability to assist you in your mission. Choose whether or not to enter the temple by clicking the skip or enter buttons on the action bar.
That's a very good tutorial.
It is a good tutorial, which is why I feel like, had I missed something with the oh, what is this? Ancient statue. A gigantic statue animated by an unknown force uses its massive hands to block damage. Destroying a hand reduces the statue's armor by 2. So you should take out the hands first. 1486, 1291. We're going to go with the left hand, even though it has 2 left hands. Did you see that? One was not left, one was not right. It has 2 left hands.
Oh, maybe it does have 2 left hands.
Maybe it does have 2 left hands. I know, right? I took damage. I gotta roll really good because that sucker's a 12. Oh god, look at that. Look how high it's rolling. Wait, am I the blue dice? Stu, what just happened there? I'm the red dice, aren't
I? I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait. Yeah, I think you're the blue, he's the red. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Maybe I'm just not having to roll. I was thinking that I was rolling red first.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, 12. Enemy power, 12 plus 12. Oh, look at the combat log. It gives you a detailed combat log up here.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah.
I am the blue dice.
Yeah, you are the blue dice, yeah.
They weren't rolling high enough to matter.
Oh, well, there you go. You're getting hit now.
Alright, melee. Oh, that's a good roll. That's a really good roll. Remember when Twitch used to not have the 30-second delay?
Oh yeah, that was like way back. Way back.
That was like, awesome. I miss those days.
Well, maybe they did it on purpose so then the server can handle more streams. Now that they're so big.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it, to be honest. You have been
I think
blessed by...
I think it was taking a toll on their servers.
Probably.
Back then.
+1 to all lucky shot rolls. Blessings are powerful abilities. Depending on the blessing, they may provide a permanent boost or be activated by clicking the blessings button on the action bar. Use tooltips to find out more. Which there is no action bar.
No, it's highlighted actually. It's on the top right corner.
Oh, I thought maybe it wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, it's highlighted in green.
So I've got stealth and the plus. Okay, I see now. I got you. Good call, man. Zombie monkey pack. That's a lot of zombie monkeys, man. Careful, bite your face off. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I'm looking forward to writing the review on this because I'm sitting there thinking, gee, how many changes could they have really made? I mean, it's just going to be the same thing, but with different cards. Boy, was I wrong. I mean, they revamped the whole shebang. It's got new animations and just bam. I'm like shocked and surprised at the same time. Jungle. I wish I knew how to activate one of these, or when, because I missed it at one point with a minefield and I don't want to miss it again. Under reflex 1 to avoid falling and taking 1 to 3 damage, losing time. Reflex -1. My reflex is 8, so I gotta roll under 7. Which it tells me in the combat log exactly what I gotta do up there. Another nice clear. Don't need it. I like how the card bursts too. That's a nice little addition that wasn't in the previous one. I'm pretty sure in the other Chainsaw Warrior, you rolled first and they rolled. But by them rolling first, if they don't beat... See, that's metal. Why... It says up here, trap detected. Maybe I need to be paying attention to the combat log.
Maybe that's how...
Yeah, let's...
Yeah, maybe that's how you...
Maybe Auto did it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like my only complaint at the moment is I'm not understanding how to use my items.
So if it auto detects for you, can you actually avoid it?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be able to avoid it and get a different card, essentially.
Do you just
Basically
click
replace
on
the
the
card.
tile, and is that how you skip it?
Well, in the other one, it would flash and you would click on skip card.
Yeah.
Because it would flash, and this
Yeah.
one's obviously it's not doing that. And so there's 2 traps that I could have avoided because I've got the item, but I'm not understanding when to activate, how to use it, and there wasn't a tutorial on that part, which I think would have been a nice little addition, because I'm playing in the tutorial, and the tutorial's been nice, it's been super. I've really enjoyed it, but it's just, I kind of need to know how to use my devices.
Yeah, maybe that's just a little bit that they missed.
It might be something they just didn't think about, like, oh, they'll figure it out eventually, you know, but because, like, you know, that's to use an item, but the only item I can use is the implosion vest. Technically, these devices are considered items in the board game standard. So I don't know. Bites my... I don't see anything giving me any detection. We'll keep playing a few cards and hopefully we'll figure it out. Airdrop. Extra supplies have been airdropped for you. Pick up to 3 points of equipment and get a new laser lance if you've lost yours. Okay, so let's do the airdrop. I can get up to 3 points of equipment. Airdrop is... okay, I can pick over here what I want my airdrop to be. What is the Cyber Neural Electron Scrambler is a high-risk experimental weapon that scrambles the component atoms of its target. However, that power comes at a heavy price to the user. Destroy any enemy except darkness on use, but take D6 wounds immediately. Teleporter implant, a short-range teleporter that can home in on airdrop beacons, instantly transports you to an airdrop but adds 6 cards to the deck. Ah, okay. Extra clips. Yeah, I want to take an extra clip. And spare clip for the weapon of your choice. So doesn't really matter. I just have a clip that I can use at some point. It can be a clip for anything, I guess. We're going to take a med kit. And I'm going to go ahead and take the CNS. Okay, you have selected upgrades which must be applied before moving on. Choose the item to apply each upgrade to and click OK to continue. So we're going to take an extra clip of the laser lance, because you never want to run out of ammo for that, because if you show up without it, you can't defeat the darkness. I don't see anything that indicates what this card may or may not be. What in the world just happened? Venom! I got hit with Venom. Deals Venom damage per hit at the start of each round. That's the Venom Cloud. That's how I got hit with the Venom. Alright, so I've got 3 more cards left in this first deck. There's a weight, there's an item. Medkit. Well, I guess I'll just click the card. I feel like I'm missing something for some reason, you know what I mean? Dun, dun, dun. The Meat Machine is back. Deals 1 to 3 damage on hit and permanently reduces random stat HTH, marksmanship, or reflex by 1 down to a minimum of 5. If all stats are below 5, hits become instantly fatal. So we're going to use an item. Guardian. Defending the end of this zone deck is a Guardian that must be defeated before you continue. Guardians are powerful enemies that may require special tactics or equipment to beat. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to use, if I can figure out where I put it, the CNES. Alright, I want to use the CNES. See, I'm missing something.
How do you actually?
I'm not understanding how to use. I want to use the CNES. Do I double click on it?
Is it on the top right corner? You click the blue icon?
No, that's stealth and the blessing. There it is.
Oh, you have to double click on it.
I had to initially attack it first, I guess. And then after the initial attack, it showed up in the item thing. But yeah, I kind of feel like that could use a little bit more explaining, you know, devs. That's like the only thing I like your tutorial. I love the tutorial. I'm really enjoying it. This is a vast improvement over the other one. But being able to use the devices and having some cards in the tutorial at the beginning to help the player get used to how you're going to use devices, as opposed to like trial and error of it, you know, I think would be wise, because I still don't know how to use the metal detector and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I mean, just a couple of cards in the beginning, and just say, hey, okay, like if there was a mine, you know, here, you're doing the tutorial, we're going to give you a mine straight out of the bat. You know, use this, or give a hint, or, you know, someone didn't take the device, you know, offer a hint, and be like, you know, if you had taken this device, you could use it now.
Yeah, that would be a big time. They wouldn't have to do much. I mean, they just have to tack on a little more.
Well, just something to, just something. Ooh, it took damage. Melee. Alright, We got on that time. Okay, see that. Did you see it? It worked for the Geiger counter. It didn't. Oh yeah, you're 30 seconds behind.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. It says detected. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was able to use the
It says
item
radiation
by
detected.
clicking the item then. So maybe either it wasn't working for the metal ones, or I just didn't miss it. I didn't notice it because I wasn't sure what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's something to look out for sure.
Well, still, if they explain it to you in the tutorial, then you know what to look out for. So that would be a great thing to do.
Yeah, I don't think it would
Just
do any
add on that
harm.
little bit at the end of the tutorial, just to explain.
Just a little something. Just a little something. The sprinting zombie. Dun, dun, bum, bum, bum.
I guess another thing that they can do their next iteration would be to make the cartoon on their card animated, maybe like move a little. That would be very interesting.
That would be interesting, but that might require an art or animation department that they don't have. You know, they are a fairly small developer. You know, they're originally making iOS games, and Steam being Steam, we want your iOS games on Steam. But this one feels so much more like a video game as opposed to just a port, you know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely feel like they made a lot of improvements. Do what now? What was that, Stu? Did we lose Stu?
What? No, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did.
Hello?
I thought you did. I don't know. Maybe you didn't.
Oh, that was weird. I don't know. But yeah. Maybe it was a connection or something.
It might have just been me. I've, got that schizophrenia. I do good, but it happens.
Yeah. Maybe.
Bum, bum, dun, dun, dun. The armor saved them. I don't like that. I figure I'm playing a game called Chainsaw Warriors, so I should use the chainsaw every turn. That's how I see it, anyways. I could be wrong.
Well, are you not allowed to use the chainsaw?
No, I could
Every
be
turn?
I could be doing this. We should do it. Well, I'm in combat now. I can't do it. When combat initially starts, I could be doing ranged, but
Yeah.
Let's see here, melee.
I guess it's like once you get close to your enemy, then you can back out into the range. That kind of
Dun, dun, dun. Bum. Yeah, once you're in contact or combat, man, it's all over. Like here, let's do a range just because I haven't even tried it out. Dun, dun, dun. bum. Bum bum. Yeah, I got him. Alright, there was an exclamation mark. Dagger counter. Boom. And it adds 3 additional cards to the deck by avoiding that one. But I mean, it's the radiation. It's kind of a good thing. Let's do the ranged. Wow, 12. Still got him.
Oh, okay. So is it that the requirement for using those detection devices is that you have to do it at a range? Or?
Yeah, I think either the metal devices weren't working, or I just wasn't noticing it because I was so focused down here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep an eye on that because we've noticed the radiation one twice. Do another ranged. Get 'em. Bum 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 bum.
Oh wait, your range uses ammo, right?
Yeah.
So isn't it better just to go in every time and use a chainsaw?
Oh yeah.
Is there any advantage to using a gun?
There may be times where it's more advantageous to use a gun. You know, it might be a boss that your to hit's better. Like my accuracy's higher than my melee right now, especially because it's dark. And I've got, you know, something that helps me boost in the darkness with the range as opposed to not with the chainsaw. So right now it would be more beneficial to use the ranged, but you know, the game's Chainsaw Warrior. That's how I see it anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, there you are right there. There's the chainsaw. I mean, I need to get in there. I gotta make Bruce Campbell proud.
Oh yeah, that background image. It looks very much like Night of the Dead. Night of the Dead.
Well, this is
Movie
actual art, box art from back in the day. Yeah, Chainsaw Warrior was an 80s thing.
Oh, nice.
And so what you're seeing is the actual packaged box art from way back when.
Nice.
And yeah, the Chainsaw Warrior supersedes the Warhammer 40k, but you notice it's got the 2 studs that you see in the 40k stuff. And, you know, they use chain swords and things like that. This is, you can tell this is where they start going into the 40k. Yeah, this was the precursor, if you will. You see, it didn't pop until after I turned it. And I've got a metal detector. It detects wires and mine traps. Razor wire. It did not give me any indication. I think that's broken. See, like there, I'm getting ready to pull a radiation card.
Yeah.
It lets me know.
You had to flip the card. Yeah. Okay, then that means the metal detector's not working
Right, exactly.
properly.
It can't be working right because
Because it tells you after the fact, right?
right,
It tells you when you flip it.
after I flip it, oh, it's metal. So
Oh, there you go. That's a good example. You have it back to back. You had the metal and then the radiation.
now,
Metal
see, I
with the
have a heat
radiation.
detector too. Look,
So I told you right before.
look here. Heat detector. I have the Geiger counter, the metal detector, and the heat detector.
Yeah.
And the heat detector and the metal detector, neither one are working. I took the heat detector only for the lunatic because
Yeah.
he's a suicide bomber that destroys your crap.
Yeah.
It allowed me to
So yeah,
use
those
it
two
after I
aren't really
flipped
working
it.
the way it was intended to. Then there's no point. You already flipped it.
I'm confused. You have
Oh wait.
been irradiated. If you have
Yeah.
radiation resistance
So you
reaches 0,
can't?
Chainsaw Warrior will be dead. Some items may assist in recovering points or protecting you. Okay, so the radiation counter's up here. When that hits 0, I'm die. So I've got 14 right now. Reach 0. So both the poison and the radiation work this way. So in the previous game, they built up 2. Now they're taken away from. Here, I want to read the text on this again. Detects nearby heat sources, preventing living ambush type enemies from getting the drop on you. And the metal detector detects wire and mine traps, allowing you to discard them instead of flipping the card. Yeah, I mean, it even says they're not working right.
Instead of flipping the card. Yeah. But it flipped, and then you.
And then I could use
it.
it. Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense because
Tripwire.
even in the text, it's
Yeah.
like
You should be able to do it before.
right. It should be working just like with the Geiger.
It should work in the way of how the radiation works. Yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
So that's something they're gonna have to look into.
Well, I'm gonna wait and see if I get the next mine trap, and then try to use it like I did with the lunatic. And maybe they've written the card text wrong. Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm gonna contact them and ask them for more detail because something's just not right.
Yeah.
Oh, dynamite. We're gonna totally take dynamite for in case I run into a brick wall again. So I can just blow the sucker. Okay, a field emitter trap that disables all your electronic equipment for 2 to 6 rounds. Magnetic field. Okay, that's not a mine or a wire. 9 rounds. So basically 9 cards. And there's the counter right there. Seven more. Taking more. Which, these guys are radioactive, so I'm kind of surprised that you can't Geiger them as well, but I mean, it does say deal 1 to 3 damage upon entering combat, so that's probably why they work in the way they are. Oh, that's right,
I
Mike.
guess it's just something you can't really avoid.
Yeah. The sprinting zombie. Have you ever seen a zombie sprint?
Yeah, Left 4 Dead.
Love how you're so casual about it. Like, yeah, zombies sprint all the time, man. What are you talking about? Haven't you ever seen 28 Days Later? Come on now.
Yeah.
You feel like a scrub. Bum, 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 bum. Ancient shrine to an unknown god. Defeat the powerful enemy. I'm getting low on time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna skip this one because I've already got one blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Mines. See? Mines. This I have the metal detector. Detects wire and mine traps.
Mm-hmm.
There was no indication the mine detector. I'm pretty confident in saying the mine detector's not working the way it's supposed to be.
Oh wait, but then didn't it said that your equipment's disabled for 9 rounds?
That is true. My equipment is disabled for 9 rounds. I've still got one more round to go. That is a valid point.
Yeah.
So we still don't know if it works right or not. I love how this whole video is going to be, is the metal detector working right?
But at least they know that there might be a problem there. They'll go and check it. But yeah, the flipping part isn't correct. That's for sure. Because it's not supposed to flip and then tell you. It's supposed to tell you before it flips.
Right. Something's fishy going on here. Can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is, but I know there's a something. The flamethrower cultist. The music changed. Ranged enemy cannot move from a distance and will not move into melee range. -1 hand-to-hand combat. A successful hit sets you on fire, dealing 1 damage per round for 3 to 5 rounds. Wow. What do I have? I've got Fist Laser Lance. Oh. Let's just try shooting him, I guess. And I don't want to screw around. I'm going to take the Laser Lance because I'll have a better chance of hitting it. Yeah. Suck on these nuts. Alright, so the music changed because that was the Guardian guarding the 3rd deck. Which I thought I had one more card to go, but evidently not.
So is this story before before these soldiers had those super suits?
Well, this is independent IP. We're at the pyramid with 5.5 to go. Apparently it's still dark.
Also, this in itself doesn't have anything to do with Warhammer?
No,
40K?
this has nothing to do with Warhammer 40k. This is the precursor of 40k. I mean, in these elements of the Chainsaw Warrior,
Yeah.
you can kind of see where 40k was starting to come from. He's very much is the Space Marine modeled after the Chainsaw Warrior.
Mm-hmm. But they have no connection, story, lore-wise?
No, they've got absolutely no connection. The Chaos Cultists and the Warp and the stuff, this is all a precursor to what they decided to do in Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the roots, per se. Let's do another Laser Lance. Because I just want to get rid of the shades. My attack missed. Alright, well then we're going to do the melee. Yeah, we got him. Running out of time. This might be a defeat just from time alone.
So you're supposed to go through 2 decks within that time frame?
I'm on the 3rd deck. I'm supposed to go through 3 decks.
Okay.
In the other one, it's 2 decks of 50. In this one, it's 3 decks of 25, so they took out 25 cards. Item. Geiger counter. Another shade. It's helpful. Each shade I kill weakens the darkness.
So the story premise is that you're basically trapped in this pyramid, and you have to get out within that time frame. Is that it?
Well, we're in the land venturing, and we're looking for the pyramid that's the source of the power.
Ah, okay.
And so we're trying to prevent. We stopped the darkness in New York, but now the darkness has entered the world via this temple, thanks to this this god.
I see.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna die here, I think. I gotta hope to, you know, flip darkness on the next card. Alright, I got one more flip. No darkness.
Okay. So each flip is 30 seconds.
Each flip's 30 seconds, yeah. Flipping, attacking, it's all 30 seconds. Yep. I failed. Score is 5,180. Deck reached 3. I was in 3rd in the pyramid. Time left was 0. Monsters killed was 70. Temples explored was 1. Wounds taken was 8.
Okay, so you basically try to go in with the least smooth. You try to flip as many cards as you can with the least smooth required.
Yeah, you're trying to get through the decks as fast as possible, and by using some of the items I was using, it was adding more cards back in. And I just ran myself out of time. Give me 1 second, I'm going to use the restroom, and then we're going to try again.
Okay.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Alright.
Let's do a new game. Let's try this again. We're gonna do the. Ooh, I got tooltips. List. Normal, generous stats and reasonable number of enemies. Hard is reasonable stats and generous number of enemies. Classic, random stats, random equipment, good luck. They do have the dice roll mode. That's what the classic would be. So let's take classic to show everyone classic. Okay, so instead of me sitting here rolling and trying to make it happen, the game's auto-rolling all my stats for me.
Okay, that's even better.
Yeah. So we're just going to take a mystery hand to hand. We're going to take a mystery gun. And we're going to take a mystery device. No, we're not.
That's fun. Oh wait, you get to pick?
Well, I only get 3 equipment slots. Or I only had 3 equipment slots. And I've already used them all up.
Okay.
So we're just going to go with that. So I must have rolled poorly on the equipment part. My hand-to-hand is nets. But my primary was a submachine gun, so I got lucky on that. So you're going to see me do range this time.
Okay.
Which my range is a lot better than my melee now. And we don't have to worry about the metal detector or heat detectors or any of that stuff, because I don't have them this time.
Yeah, I like how they added different modes.
Yeah, I'm glad they included the classic, because
Yeah.
it would be really easy otherwise.
Yeah. But then for the new players, the normal mode would be great.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yep.
The Jaguar. Arr. Apparently, I didn't have to go straight to melee because it allowed me to do ranged, which
Yes.
doesn't make much sense there because the card says you can't do ranged.
Hmm.
It says you go straight, it's ambush, you go straight into melee combat, but I was able to shoot it.
Okay. Well,
So-
they're gonna have to fix. They're gonna have to fix that card.
Yeah, we're catching a couple of things that I'll be able to email them and say, hey, here's the video, and by the way, look at this point and this point, because something's not adding up here. I mean, they did a phenomenal job, and I mean, we know I beta test and quality assurance test to the max. And I can never turn that feature off of my brain. It's constantly on, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
I think you can sort of like feel when something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of gives you a little, here you go.
Yeah. And then you try to test it and find out what exactly that is.
A swamp, a treacherous looking swamp. With some luck, you'll make it across without meeting a crocodile. But it'll take time. Lose D6 rounds. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to meet 4 crocodiles. That was my other problem. I kept running into instances where it was
Yeah.
giving me 10 or 20 guys.
Yeah, that would waste a lot of time.
It does waste a lot of time, and then I can't kill them. So there goes another 30 seconds. Oh, this might end horribly.
So was the original game really hard to win?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a solitary game. It plays just like I'm playing it now. Works exact same. But yeah, it's difficult. And you know, you could do things to make it harder or easier for yourself. And on this mode, classic mode is definitely going to be the most challenging of the modes, because it's all about that RNG, baby.
Yep.
And I mean, this shows the items I took last game, how much a difference they made last game as opposed to this one.
Yeah, in the last game you had like an item, detection item for everything.
Oh yeah, I know better. I've played this not just on the computer and stuff, but you know, I've played the card game back in the day, man. Like I said, I mean, I'm familiar with all things Games Workshop, not just Warhammer 40k and fantasy, but their board games and expansions and I've played it all, baby. Used to have a. I mean, we would go into the local comic card shop, hobby shop, whatever you want to call it, and we would all hang out and play there all day long. But we would also, just get together in the basement of a house and chill. But yeah, I'm a Games Workshop hobbyist first and a video game player second. Just so happens that my hobby is starting to come to video games now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die by crocodile.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of remakes for everything nowadays.
Well, it's like, Games Workshop just said, hey, here's our IP, go nuts. And what the only thing I'm not liking about it is that Games Workshop wants things on the mobile devices. They want them in the iOS store. That's what they want. I am dead. It gets worse here every day was the achievement I just unlocked. Alright, score 550. Deck reached 1. The jungle. Time left 44:30. Monsters killed 9. Temples explored 0. Wounds taken 11. So we totally got creamed. Yeah. I want to look and see what the achievements are real quick.
Well, that's a testament to how hard the original game is.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip this over onto monitor view. That way you guys can look at the achievements with me. Gets worse here every day. Die in the jungle. Welcome to die. Lose a game. Clumsy. Encounter 3 traps in a row. Let's look at the global stats as we're going down. So yeah, I've unlocked the the most 3 common unlocks. Score, gather over 10,000 points. Laser lost, lose your laser lance. Call Kenny Loggins, reach the last 5 cards of the pyramid deck. Why would I be calling... Do you get that? I know Kenny Loggins was, he did a lot of soundtracks in the 80s. I'm not really sure I'm catching the reference between Kenny Loggins and the last 5 cards of the pyramid deck. Are you catching that?
I have no clue why.
Alright, beat the game on normal. I forgot how to warrior. Have your reflex, hand-to-hand, or marksmanship reduced to 5. I forgot how to warrior. Redead, kill 200 zombies. Fisto, punch the darkness. You can't kill the darkness that way. Warning, kill 200 moon cultists. Hard, beat the game on hard. Cruelty Zoo, kill the wildlife. Kill 200 animals. Beat the game on classic. Take 200 points of venom poisoning. That's... Oh! No! We just did that! No!
Oh no, it's all over. Is that all over again?
I don't want to do it again! Ugh. Laser loser. Lose your laser lance twice in a single game. Bleed and take 200 points of physical damage. Death, glory, and death. Discover all endings. Vandal, destroy the statue in a single round. Groovy, avoid losing your chainsaw. Glowing.
Oh, well, you don't have to die by the poison. You just have to take 200 points.
Yeah, that's better than trying to die by it, because that was take 200 points of radiation poisoning. John 1:5, kill darkness 25 times on any difficulty. They referencing the Bible there? John 1:5. Hold on a second. Let's take a look here real quick. I want to say John 1:5 is like the light of the world or something like that. Let's just take a look. The light shines in the darkness. I was right. Yeah, they are quoting the Holy Bible. The light shines in the darkness. John 1:5. That's interesting that they. That's very interesting. It's rare, Make your time. Lose 100 games. Please stand up. Kill all 5 shades before defeating darkness. And we ran out of time against a shade. So yeah, it's got quite a few achievements.
Well, maybe they listened to you in terms of the poison achievement for the last game, and then they changed it.
I don't think I was the only one complaining about that. Like here, let's go look at the last game real quick. For it, I don't have it installed. Games, Chainsaw Warrior. View all achievements. Had 15. See, 100%. Nah, see, 100%. Let's see. We want to see the global stats. Compare these achievements to your own. And that particular achievement, discover all 9 outcomes, 1.2. That's the one that we're kind of discussing. Dying to poison. Here. Hold on. Hold on. We can top this. View. Screenshots. Chainsaw Warrior. Where you at? Where are you at? There you are. View online. This is the one that we're talking about right here. Dying to poison. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop a stream. I think that's enough streaming for one night. But if you want, man, tomorrow or something, we can break this open and do some more and see if I can actually beat it.
Alright.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to turn the stream off now, and we'll see you next time.